Hey Virgo, my name is Cam. Thank you so much for being on my channel. Today from your meditative session, what I got was the heart wants what it wants. And I had to Google it because I knew it was a song and it just like wasn't coming to me. And it's by Selena Gomez, The Heart Wants What It Wants. And I'm 100% sure that's exactly what they wanted me to know. Like that's exactly where I was supposed to go with that. And I started to listen to it. I mean, like I've heard it before, but it's an old song and I don't know, just I couldn't think of it at first. And then as I was listening to it, my heart like sank because she's crying in the beginning of the music video, and she's saying how like I know him and I know what he wouldn't do to hurt me. And it made me really, really, really sad because it's like your expectations. I mean, whatever Virgo I'm talking to, if this is for you, it's like your expectations of someone. It's like, I don't know, I feel like we've all been there where it's like we love someone so much and we put them on a pedestal where we think of their energy maybe as a past energy. When we were together, they were like this, so presently they would never do this to hurt me because that's who they were in the past. That's what she was saying. She was like, I know him and I know what he wouldn't do, and I know him and I know what he wouldn't do. And it's like, my question to you is like, do you really know this person, and do you really know what they wouldn't do? And for me, it sounds like this person's like, she sounds like she's in a lot of pain. And it's like, if he wouldn't do something, then why are you in pain? And something that also like ran to me was making her feel crazy. She kept saying it's making me feel crazy, and I don't know if this is the energy you're in, Virgo, but my heart like sank when I was watching the music video. I had to stop. It was really like it was a lot for me. So hope this I don't hope this message resonates with you, but this is what I got for meditative session, Virgo. Let's pull some cards and see what's going on. Okay, Virgo, right away the message that I'm getting is that intuitively, I do feel like this has to do with the music video that I was talking about before, unfortunately. Or fortunately, because maybe I can help guide you guys a little bit. But the first thing that I'm getting is just like a very heavy energy. I can feel it in my heart chakra. I can feel it in my throat chakra. It's a very heavy energy. I feel like Spirit has been communicating to you messages, or you intuitively already have messages, but I feel like mostly it's from Spirit that about a fire sign, about a king of fire. And I'm getting Leo right away. I don't know, it could be somebody different, but I did have the scribe in Leo reading. Maybe you guys want to check out I don't know, I just got Leo, but it could be a fire sign. I feel like you've been asking questions like, if I can trust this person, is this person right for me? A lot of questions to Spirit, and Spirit has been answering you those questions. And I feel like you know the answer to the questions, and I still feel like you're not convinced. You're not convinced of what you've already gained the knowledge on. And I think it's like in the music video, it's like, I know what he wouldn't do to hurt me. Like, I know him. I know what he wouldn't do. But it's like, bro, how many times do you have to have this knowledge given to you? Like, how many times do you have to be hurt for you to understand that, unfortunately, sometimes people are at a different... People, unfortunately and fortunately, we are energy, and we're always changing, and we're always moving, and our energy is always fluid. And sometimes some people are not vibing at a high vibe, and maybe when you met this person they were, and now they're not. And unfortunately, that's not of your concern. Now I'm getting None of My Concern by Jean Ayoko. I can never say her freaking name. It's none of your concern. It's none of your concern. It's like this person doesn't make you feel like they are concerned about you. I feel like you've been through it with this person and you've already gotten the intuitive messages and what it was, the answers to the questions that you needed, and it's like you still need more. You still need more. I think this isn't even a past energy. I feel like this is a present energy where you still need more confirmation, and I feel like Spirit has already given you that confirmation many times, and I think you intuitively know, but you're not, you want more. And both those songs are really sad songs. None of my concern. It's actually, it's like a really sad song. It's like, I guess, this person's, aching, and this person's upset, and it's like, it's none of that person's concern, because where are they? This person is not present in your life. And with abundance in reverse and the scribe, it's like, I know that that the reason that there's been hard times, the reason that there hasn't been an abundance in your life, the reason that there's been a lot of things lacking in your life is because you can't even put the blame on this person at this point, because they've already shown you who they are. The blame at this point is on you still expecting them to show up for you. I know this is it sounds like I'm being mean, and I don't mean to be. It's just, I feel like this person has proven who they are and shown in actions who they are, and their lack of concern, their lack of regard for who you are has left a lack in your life. It's not because they weren't there. It's because you maybe waited around for them, and now you're sitting in a seat of empty, or you waited around for them and they never showed up. They never showed up. They never showed up. But the positive thing that I'm seeing with this message is that although this energy kind of led you, I don't want to say to your death, but it kind of broke you down so far that you kind of had to go through. I mean, I have the Ten of Swords and the Death and Rebirth card. I'm just feeling like this person, like physically, mentally, emotionally, everything, like with the Self card, it broke all three. It broke like mind, body, and soul. It broke through everything. And I think that's why it's such a strong connection for you, because you felt it in mind, body, and soul. But what I see now is like, even though that's a painful time, and that's something that it did happen, it's like you had a choice of like dying and laying there and just finishing, not moving on, just staying in that energy. But I feel like you are, like, this is a positive thing. I feel like you are moving on. You're moving forward. You're like at a new gate where you have the options. You had the option of kind of just giving up. And I know this is like really depressing, but you had the option of kind of just, I just want to say dead. Like parts of you died, and you had the option of just kind of staying in that state. But what I see with Self is that you took the time, you took the opportunity, and you instead of taking it and staying there and just laying there like a victim, I think you like, maybe you asked Spirit for help, or you asked, I think you asked for help, and I think that they helped you. And if this is still in a present situation for you, I feel like the guidance to tell you is to ask for help. And if this is, I don't know to what depths you are in like despair right now, but if this is beyond like asking Spirit for help, and you feel like inflicting pain upon yourself, or doing something to yourself, like inflicting harm, then I would say please, go get some help. But I feel like what I mean when I say you're getting help is that, like, you're getting aid from Spirit. They haven't left your side, and they're working through you right now to help you in this new, like, in the death rebirth process, where you're gonna kind of come alive. And I feel like although this person tried, I don't know if this was like maliciously done, but I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting with the Four of Pentacles, like they might have tried to knock you down. They might have tried as much as they could to like ignore you, and maybe like it was done maliciously, I don't know, but you're still standing. It's like, well, you tried to get me to, you tried to knock me down, you tried, or you didn't see my value, you didn't see my worth, you didn't see like everything that I was. You kind of took me for granted, and now this person, I feel like they're expecting to see you like on the floor and just like not doing well. And with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like it's like you just still standing. You're like, well, like look at me. Like I feel like this might be like they might see you in public one day, and you know when you envision someone in your life, you're like, oh, well, what's that person doing? They're like, oh, she's probably still like thinking about me, and you're gonna show up and you're not gonna be anywhere near what they thought that you were gonna be. That's what I'm getting, which is making me laugh so hard because I know this is like a nasty thing to say, but I feel like it's gonna be a lesson for this person who hurt you, because it's like, I just feel like what they're expecting to see from you and what you're going to be with this death and rebirth process is nothing the same. Like they're expecting you to be still crying about them and like wailing on the floor, like, oh my god, like I need you in my life, I still want you. And maybe at one point you were really transparent with them and you showed them your heart and you were like, I really want to be with you, I do want to be with you, I love you, and they kind of laughed in your face. That's what I'm getting. And I think when they see you now after this death and rebirth process that you either have gone through, are going through, or going to have gone through, they're gonna see they're not gonna see somebody that they recognize. I think it's gonna like bite them in the ass, and I've never been happier to say that about somebody. And I just feel like you might make eye contact with this person and you might just look at them and be like, I don't even think you're going to want to speak with this person. I think you're just going to want to make eye contact with them and be like, yeah, I'm still here, bro. Like, what can you do to me that hasn't been done? Like, there's nothing that you can do that hasn't been done to me, and I'm literally here. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. Virgo. I feel like you're just examining like how you can never have to go with like the end card being the Three of Swords. Yes, it was a heartbreak situation for you, but I think that you've learned how to protect yourself and how for this to never happen again. And I mean, that's a positive thing, right? To not repeat a cycle, to understand when it was that we gave our power away, why it was that we gave our power away, why it was that we felt like everything is a learning process. And I'm just really proud of you that you're coming out of this in this kind of way where it's like, haha, like you tried to, you tried to get me on you tried to do all this to me, and I feel like it might have been purposely done, like to teach you a lesson. And you're like, no, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Like, I want you to see. I just feel like you're going to be working with spirit forever now. And I think that's the positive note that you can take out of this whole situation that you've been through. It's like, if you could say something that you've learned, aside from everything else that you've learned, the other main thing that you've learned is that you are now, like, spirit is always going to be by your side. If you see this card, there's a dragon, there's an owl, like there's the skull, like you did go through a death and rebirth, and now you're just regaining your strength, like becoming, I feel like this is like becoming the new you, where you'll always be with spirit, with your ancestors. This helps you connect in so many ways to the spirit realm, to your ancestors, to your guides, that if you had to take a positive thing out of this, or one positive thing out of the situation, take that out of it. Like, that you're still standing after everything that was done to you. And spirit's always with you. I see 3 here. 3 is like, the spirit. It's like spirit. It's God. It's I see 3. Like, this is just, spirit is always going to be with you. And you found them. And after everything, like, that is a beautiful message, right? through all this is what you found after, like, out of heartbreak, you were able to make it into something new and better for yourself. And the new you isn't going to let something like this happen to you again. And that's what I see. Let's see some advice for you, Virgo. So for the Divine Feminine deck, I got Khadija, the Mother of Believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Okay, I don't like to read from the book because it's like intuitive messages that I'm getting. But with Khadija, the Mother of Believers, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering it, but that's not the point. The three things that I want you to take away, and I had to like look this up. I don't normally read from the book, but these 3 points is what I want you guys to understand and what I want you to take as advice. One is that the misunderstanding that if we are going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. It's saying, you know, I feel like now that you kind of have this spiritual side to you, you feel like it's kind of like, where do I fit now in the 3D, in the physical world? You know, maybe you haven't been partying, maybe you haven't been going out, maybe you haven't, you know, you've been kind of in hermit mode, right? You've been Virgoing, you've been like chilling at home, healing, recuperating, and that's everything that Spirit wanted you to do, and you've literally been doing everything they asked you to do, and they're not saying like anything that you've been doing is wrong. I'm just saying, if you feel confused and conflicted, I mean, I know I do, especially when I go out. I haven't, you know, I'm a Virgo, so I know exactly how it feels to be home for a really long time and then go out and people are, you know what I mean? It's like a different world. But with Khadija, the first thing that I want you to take from it is that you are meant to also be in this material world as well as in the spiritual world. So don't feel like you have to renounce all your ties to the material world to be on the spiritual path. That's not what the lesson was here. It was to find Spirit again, but it doesn't mean that you have to kind of renounce all ties to the material world. That's one. The second message was knowing that we can provide for ourselves. Instead of being codependent, it's called interdependence. And I feel like maybe this relationship was a codependent relationship in the past, and it kind of took you over. And it is what it is. It happened. But the message that I want you to get is that you can do everything for yourself. You do not need this person. You do not need anybody. You can do everything that you want for yourself, and you have Spirit always by your side. Always just know that Spirit is by your side. You're never alone. And you can create what it is that you want. And I'm not saying by yourself because you're with Spirit, but alone with Spirit. You don't need no man, Virgo. And the third point that I want to say is there's also a false idea about when true love will find us and how. I think she's supposed to liberate us from the expectations that we have about finding love and how it's supposed to happen. And I know like all of us probably watch Disney movies and we're expecting something like a Disney movie to happen to us. Is there like a Prince Charming to come and save us and everything's gonna be okay? And the message is like, no, like the 3 messages, I can't even repeat them because I can't even remember them. Just I know that you like I know that you know them. And now like everything has just been washed from my brain. So yeah, Khadija. Let's get an animal message for you guys. Khadija. I think they're like telling me how to say her name. Khadija. Khadija. I don't know. It's a lot. I don't like to take this many cards. Actually, I'm not going to take it just because I didn't realize that a card was not in the deck when I was shuffling. So we have Badger Spirit in reverse, which is Be Fearless and Bold, number 4. And we have Brown Bear Spirit, Take Time Out, which is number 9. Okay, Virgo, what I'm getting with these two cards, with Be Fearless and Bold in reverse, it's kind of like the message the same as Brown Bear Spirit, which is Take Time Out, which is kind of like, I feel like the guidance is to go into hermit mode. But what I feel with this and her saying that you can co-create with spirit and be in the material world, it's like, if you ever feel like you're being in the material world, you're being in the physical reality, the 3D, like going out of your house every day is too much for your body, you can always go home and relax and recuperate. It doesn't always have to be like 100% I'm out there partying, I'm out there doing like I feel like that's what the advice is. It's like, it doesn't always have to be 100 or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, there can be a balance between going out and being in the physical reality world, whatever it is, and being ourselves, being hermits, staying in, recuperating. Sometimes maybe we need to be more inside than other signs. Maybe it's just better for us, and I think that's what they're saying. I think it's more beneficial sometimes for us to stay in sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we don't have to also be in the material world. And I think they're trying to say that there's no problem with that. There's no problem with having to go home sometimes and kind of get into hermit mode. It will always be available to you. Just like, use your wisdom and knowledge as to what time it is for you and how you can kind of create some sort of balance for yourselves. Because I'm also a Virgo, and I know how it is and how exhausting it can be dealing with other people's energies and going out. And I feel like drinking takes a toll on me. I know that my body really hates it when I drink. It's like, please don't drink. It hates it. And I feel like there's all these social pressures to going out, and I understand that. And what I'm saying to you guys is, Spirit understands that, and they're always saying like it's always available to you if you want to get into this mode, and they're always going to be with you, either with whatever reality you're living in. They're always going to be there for you. Also, something I didn't notice is that both of them have feathers in their hair. I think if you start seeing feathers, it could be a sign for you guys that Spirit is with you. And they both have something on their third eye, like a medallion. Maybe go rest, be in nature. Aside from, when you're in your hermit mode, being in nature is going to like recoup you faster than just if you were in your bed. And the second thing I'm getting is the feathers. If you see feathers, it's Spirit. And also just with the third eye, I think it's like, the balance. And there's a third eye here. Yeah. You know what you need at all times. Just follow your intuition. Sometimes we ask Spirit questions and we already know the answers to them. And I think this is just Spirit saying like, you already know, like, we've been working together for a long time already. So you already know what it is that you need to do for yourself. And it's like time to start taking care of yourself and figuring out that balance between being in the 3D reality and working with spirit. Anyway, Virgo, I really love this reading. It was really deep. It was long, but I love doing it. I hope that this resonated with you guys. I love you guys. See ya.